Now that we've confirmed everything is working as expected, the next thing we need to do is have some inputs and a form to actually let us update these values and make sure that's correctly updating as well. Let's go ahead and start off by making some of our template. So what I'm going to do is head over to app and we're going to start building out a little form up here. So the first thing I'm going to do is create a form. I'm not going to have the action here. We're just going to leave that one blank for now. And we're going to create a few divs in here. I'm going to have a div with a class of field. It's going to give us some nice styling. Then we're going to have a label in here. The label is going to be for the patient name. And I'm also going to put the name in here, so name. And now we're going to have an input as well. This is going to be a type of text and we're going to have an ID of name just to make it work correctly with our label. We're also going to give it a v model here, and that's of course going to be the patient.name. And hopefully this is going to get everything working. It should be enough to get us started at the very least. Let's save this off and see what happens. If I head back to the browser, we can see this is still going to be null and we're going to therefore get the invalid status here. If I go ahead and fill this out though, it should be updating and that's actually working correctly. This is now true and this is updating correctly. We should definitely be showing an error message here. We're not currently, but that's not too difficult to do. Before we do that, however, I'm going to go ahead and implement another input for the weight. So let's do that first. I can go ahead and copy this one over just to save a bit of time. And we're going to update this one to be weight. Change this to be weight as well. And then we're going to jump down here, of course, and make this one be weight. And this is going to be patient.weight.value. And let's go ahead, head back and see what happens, see if that's working. And it is going to hopefully be working. If we go ahead and delete these, it is going to become required as well. So that is working correctly. You can see this is currently a string, which is not really ideal. It would be much better if this was a number. And there's a very easy way to do this with Vue. We can use a modifier for vModel, in this case number. And if I save this off, it is actually going to change it into a number for us. So let's go ahead and update this. Apparently it's not working, not really what I was expecting. Let's refresh this and try again. It is currently 100. If I delete this, it's now going to be a number, which is correct. It looks like I had to refresh the page to get that one to work correctly. The final thing we're going to do is in the next lecture show a drop down to change between kilograms and pounds, and then we're also going to update this to show the correct error messages as well.